Hey cutie foodies, it's the one and only Sweet Pea here, and today we have our second installment of the 31 Days of Halloween. Where we talk about murderous people on Halloween night or day, however you want to put it. But before we delve into this KFC that I have, let me put on some chapstick, because in this video my lips was dry and y'all ain't even tell me, and that wasn't right. I'm gonna use this good old Body Garbage Orange Lip Crack. Smell good, look good, lips popping. Shameless plug. So anyway, we have some KFC today. I was supposed to have a bunch of fries. I was supposed to, have a bunch of sauces. But unfortunately, the KFC I went to, one, forgot to give me my damn fries. And two, didn't have no sauce. We got creamy buffalo, which, hot sauce, and honey. Oh, yeah, I thought she gave me some ketchup too. What the hell, y'all sauce? Get it together, KFC. So we have our mac and cheese fill-up bowl here. That's one. And then we got the traditional fill-up bowl. This one, oh my God, I love it. I love it. I love it. Damn, I don't have a spoon. Alright, so I'm back. Brought my other drink with me. This is a mix of, what is that? Tropicana pink lemonade, and then the Lipton tea strawberry melon, and then this is straight up fruit punch. And I found some sweet and sour sauce. Oh, and these bowls come with cookies if you get a meal, so it's like a cookie, a bowl, and a drink. Obviously no damn sauce, but it is what it is. This one is my go-to. When this first came out, baby, let me tell you. Damn, I should have got some biscuits. I'm the type of person, let me see if y'all can do this. Do y'all eat biscuits and just gravy? I don't know, maybe it's the southern part of me, but well, the southern part of my mama, but whatever. I love biscuits and gravy, and I love their biscuits. I cannot stand Popeye's biscuits. I don't care what you say, don't at me. First bite. Still delicious. I thought it was going to be cold by the time I actually got to eat any of this, because I was making soap. Yes, I make soap. And if you haven't subscribed to my other channel, please do so. I'll leave the link in the description box below, and it'll be at the end of the video. I haven't had this in years. I don't really too care to eat corn that much, because it go in your mouth and straight through your pooper. But whatever it is, what it is. Come in the bowl. I'm a broccoli girl myself. We got some of this cheese, corn. I don't think there's no corn in the mac and cheese one. I can't stand that macaroni and cheese, but I wanted to try this bowl. Maybe everything mixed together tastes good. I'm gonna try a little hot sauce. Another piece of chicken. Then the first KFC I went to, which was like a few blocks away from the one I ended up getting this from, and they forgot my damn fries. wasn't even open. Bruh, y'all open from 10:30 to midnight every day, the drive-thru. Where the fuck y'all at? I'm dragging my poor mother around, who I just went to go pick up from her treatment. She tired. And we trying to go get some KFC. What you doing? You okay? Yeah. She ain't talking about her. I hope you know what I'm filming, so your little dragging of your feet and your sign is gonna be picked up. So you drink some drink. Let's drink some drink. Damn. I wish I had something to drink. I do, but fruit punch. Let's try this one. I'm not gonna put no sauce into it. First of all, let me try some of this mac and cheese. You know it's that box shit. But let's get into the story a little bit too after this bite. Can't get with it. I need some baked mac and cheese that got some body to it. I'm talking boil the noodles, add some salt and some pepper, shred you up some cheese, put it in that thing, some eggs, some milk or cream or evaporated milk, however you want to do it. Mix that thing up. Put some cheese on top. Make sure you put some cheese at the bottom because you got to be super cheesy. Put it in the oven and bake that till it get golden brown. And then you got to slice it. That's the type of mac and cheese I like. I don't do Kraft. I don't do that Velveeta shit. First of all, I hate Velveeta cheese. It's disgusting. I just don't like no boxed macaroni and cheese. And that's what this tastes like. Like, if y'all like it, then that's good for y'all. But if you hear any of that, that's something going on outside. I don't have no control over that. Let's try a piece of some chicken. Damn, it sound like somebody vacuuming. I don't know what the hell he's doing out there. It's so annoying. And today, oh my God, it's so annoying. Anyway, it tastes all right with the chicken. That's only because the chicken tastes good. I'm going to talk about the story of William Liske. And I hope I'm pronouncing that right. The third. Or Junior. I don't know. These damn articles got everything mixed up. Let's just call him the third. At any rate, the question I'm going to pose to you, and leave it in the comments down below, is, as a parent, and you know that your child, one of your children, has mental issues, would you, and they're abusive, would you excuse their abuse because of their mental illness, or would you try and, do your best to get them help and continue that help without interrupting it? Well, that little hot sauce, all right. It tastes like they put red hot in this packet. Oh, excuse me, Lord. And on the opposite end of that, if your child, your sibling, your step sibling, if they are mentally, have an issue, and you see that they're abusing one of or both of your parents, or even trying to abuse you, would you try to talk to your parent or parents to make sure that this person gets the type of help that they need, and not to let them back in the home? Or would you stay out of it? So those are the questions that I'm going to leave to you guys. Answer me down in the comments below. Thank you. So William Liske Jr., he had a disorder called schizoaffective disorder bipolar, or schizoaffective bipolar disorder, right? And now don't get that confused with schizophrenia. If you're a schizophrenic, then you suffer from delusions, you have hallucinations, you suffer from terrible body movements, like uncontrollable body movements, and you also have distorted speech or thinking. And then a schizoaffective bipolar disorder person, they have both symptoms. So it can be a mixture of like hallucinations and delusions, depression and mania, really bad mood swings. They can also, have messed up speech or thinking, have voices in their head and different things like that. So it's a mixture of both disorders of being either bipolar or schizophrenic. And then bipolarism is basically you have those horrible mood swings, you're up or down, not to get that confused with manic depressive. Like it's a lot of mental disorders out there, and I would suggest that you guys take a look at those and delve a little bit deeper into it on your own time. But right now, today, we're just going to focus on the fact that he had schizoaffective bipolar disorder, where he suffered from high delusions, hallucinations, bad mood swings, the up and down of being in a good mood or a bad mood. And he just didn't know whether he was coming or he was going. They have medication, obviously, for individuals like him, but the problem is that when you have a mental disorder, and you're talking to someone that does, I'm not bipolar or anything like that, but I do suffer from PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress disorder, and that comes with another array of mental effects that go along with it. My case is not so severe. At one point it was, but it's not so severe that I need to be on heavy medications or anything like that. But anyway, so the problem with that is that when a lot of people, when they suffer from these type of mental disorders and they don't take their medications, then, well, I'm not just going to say these types, any type of mental disorder, what you could be depressed or anything, because depression, let's be clear, is a mental disorder. And a lot of people don't think that. They say, oh, well, you're depressed, oh, you just get over it, make yourself happy. And that's not always the case. When it's something not clicking chemically in your brain that's telling you that you need to be sad, and nothing that you're going to do, no matter how happy you try to make yourself, it's not going to change that. You telling me to snap out of it, or telling, Jim Bob or Johnny or anybody else to snap out of it, that does not help. So they think that, when they take their medicine, they don't have these delusions, they don't have these mood swings, they're not angry, they're not trying to, they don't hear the voices, they don't have delusions or anything like that. So they say, okay, well, I'm fine. I don't need to take this medication. Why am I wasting my time taking medication that I don't need? And that's simply not the case. Obviously, you have to continue to take your medication. I mean, if it was a cancer patient that was going through chemo, it's not like, oh, well, I'm just not going to go through chemo. Like, I feel, better or whatever, then, I'm just not going to do it. No. There is reasons for to do certain things. I mean, other people have more holistic approaches that they want to take, but I believe when in fact it's for a mental disorder, then medication should be taken or whatever. Yes, check the side effects and different things like that, especially if it's with a child, but take your meds. So anyway, in 2010, I believe, his stepbrother, Devin Griffin, oh God, it's either Derek or Devin, I'm so sorry, D. Griffin, came home from church. He had, his mom was married to William Liske Jr., so let's just call him Bill, which is the dad. And then we have Susan, I believe, who is the mom. So we have Bill Jr., William Jr., which is the dad, so we'll call him Bill. So we have Bill, dad. We have Susan Liske, which is the mom, and she has two sons, Derek and Devin Griffin, and they're from a previous marriage. And then obviously William the Third is from a previous marriage as well. William the Third and Devin, I believe, is they're in their 20s at this time, so they're adults, but they still live at home. And then we have Derek, who is a teenager. Let's just call him D, because I think I'm getting their names intertwined somehow, but they're both D's. So anyway, and I'm so sorry. This big brother and little brother. So little brother was with their dad for the weekend. A piece with this cheese on it. He went to a church service, signed out of the church service, went home. But as any teenage person, not checking for nobody usually when you come home or whatever. It's a Sunday afternoon. You just want to relax. Probably had school the next day, obviously, because it was Halloween. So he came in the house, took his stuff off, went straight to his room and started playing his game. And after a while, he was like, okay, what the hell is going on? It's Sunday afternoon. People are supposed to be home. My mom hasn't checked on me. Stepfather hasn't come in. My brother hasn't bugged me. A little chocolate chip cookie. So, where the hell is everybody at? So, little brother takes it upon himself to come out of his room, to go into his parents' room, and, ooh, that's soft. It smells good, too. Yeah, that's a cookie. But McDonald's is still better. Anyway. He opened their bedroom door. And they were in the bed with the covers over their heads. Sometimes a peekaboo or, I'm not home. Stupid silly shit for Halloween. So he thought it was like a little prank or whatever. And he goes over and he's like, nah, stop playing. Like, you guys aren't funny. you know, Mom, get up. And he nudges his mother. And she doesn't move. Still thinking it's a joke. He's like, Mom, come on. All right, Bill, get up. Come on. Why are you guys playing? Pulls the cover down a little bit. And he notices it's not a game. They're not playing. His mother's pillow is soaked with blood. Bill's pillow is soaked with blood. He's laying completely on the bed. And his mom is kind of jagged off the bed. Immediately. He didn't even check on his brother. I don't even know if he knew if his brother was home. Runs out of the house, calls the police after neighbors. The police comes to the house. In the midst of the police securing the crime scene and beginning their investigation, and checking for the rest of the occupants of the house. Procedure, you know. And older brother, his door is locked from the inside. Oh, what the hell? Like, your parents get shot in the head and brutally murdered, and you don't wake up? Like, what's going on? They bust in his door to find older brother laying in the bed. But he wasn't asleep. He was bludgeoned to death with a heavy object. Repeatedly smashed in the head. So in a span of, I want to say, a few hours, little brother has lost his entire family. And nobody knows where the third is. But they do know that some weapons from the house have been stolen, and so has the family truck. But the family also has a cabin in the woods that they use for hunting. And this is all taking place in Ohio. So itchy. So, in the months, days, years before any of this happened, Bill meets Susan. Susan and Bill get married. They have a fucking Brady Bunch family, right? Or so they thought. Bill knew his kid had issues, but he never knew that his issues would come to be this bad. He was very violent towards himself, and especially himself, meaning the father, and especially to his wife. On several occasions, you know, he expressed how much he hated them, he wished they died, and, you know, all the normal stuff, you know, a teenager would say to his or her parents. Oh, but they would never act on it, right? So, he was arrested on multiple occasions for physically assaulting his stepmother. And he was put away into a group home for people with mental illnesses, troubled youth. And at one point in time, as he grew older and became an adult, you know, the father, he applied for guardianship of him. So that way, you know, he wouldn't have a choice but to stay in the group home. He can't just say, okay, well, I can go and I can do whatever the hell I want. No, when you have a guardian, especially if the courts see fit for you to have a guardian, you can't just do what you want. The guardian has to sign off on it. right? So, with him being the guardian of his only son, he had to stay in the group home. From time to time, he would still let him come to the house. He would still assault his stepmother. He would still assault him. So it was just like, what the hell are you doing? Like, I understand that this is your son and that you love him, but he has a problem. And enabling people with their problem never helps a situation. I don't care what situation it is. Whether it's a bad relationship, it's a parent-child relationship, it's a husband and wife, it's a friendship, anything. If somebody is doing something that's not effectively being positive in their life and it's not, then don't enable them to do it. If they want to continue to do it, then let them be. But you remove yourself from out of the equation. And the problem with this situation is that had it been his grandparents or something, maybe it would have been different. But the difference between the love of a parent and a grandparent is that the love is unconditional. Grandparents don't have that unconditional love for their child as for their grandchild as they would for their child. They love their grandchildren. They want to see the best for their grandchildren, but it's their child. You know what I'm saying? Like, that makes sense, right? So because your parent has unconditional love for you, they're going to appease you in some way. They're going to use every piece of power that they have to try to make things right. Maybe they feel as though it's something that they did wrong as a parent or a person, or whatever the case may be. But sometimes you have to take a step back and to remove yourself from the situation. And unfortunately, Bill, the dad, could not do that. Even though he had several friends, he had several family members telling him, like, hey, look, like, he's going to hurt you guys one day. Like, seriously hurt you. It's not going to be a battery. It's not going to be an assault. He's going to injure you in some way, shape, or form. And you need to listen. He does not need to be in this house. He needs to be in a home somewhere, in a psychiatric care facility. He needs to be somewhere where people can handle him and people can control him and, help him in the way that he needs to be helped. Now, oh, it's my son. He would never do anything like that and blah, 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 blah. Sometimes you just can't tell people anything. They have to learn the hard way. And unfortunately, this hard way for Bill and his family was death. So what happened, they put him out of the house, but after he left the group home, hey cutie foodies, for whatever reason, not for whatever reason, but my battery died on my phone. So I'm just going to give you the rundown right here as it is. What happened the weekend of Halloween, Bill and his son went hunting. They went out with a group of friends. They had a great time. That Saturday night, they went to the bar and they were drinking. Although Bill the Third, or William the Third, was not supposed to be drinking because of the psychoactive medications he was taking, his father let him drink anyway. And then, oh my God, I'm so sorry, you guys, but I have really bad allergies, and that's why I keep itching my nose. But anyway, his father, it was late. He didn't want to take him back to the group home. So he made a place for him at the house. They went there. He spent the night. The next day, when the little brother came home, he was telling the police, it was kind of strange because he was so happy. He was asking him questions like, where was he going? When was he coming back? And, all of this extraness. And he was like, he was always standoffish. He always kept to himself. He never really spoke to him or anybody else or whatever. He was always in a bad mood. So he found that to be quite strange, but he didn't think anything of it. So he changed his shirt. He went to church. And then that's when he came back home. He went to go play his video game, and then he found his family. So he also, the police had also found that it was several guns missing from the home. And through the little brother, they found that, the father, the family kept guns. They were avid hunters. So it wasn't strange or unusual for them to have guns or anything like that at the house. So what ends up happening is that they found the third at the campgrounds at their cabin in the woods. He didn't resist or anything like that. They also found the stolen guns and the stolen vehicle, obviously, and they took him to jail. He was subsequently found guilty of 3 counts of first-degree murder and received 3 consecutive life without parole sentences. His charges were reduced, being that he did plead guilty, that he did show some type of form of remorse because he could have gotten the death penalty. But it's like, okay, you're sorry that you killed your parents and your brother, but at the end of the day, being sorry can't change that. You took their lives and they can't come back from that. So, it's really sad, also because he not only killed 3 of his family members, but he took his own life in 2015. So instead of you having 3 lives lost, now we have 4. And where does justice lie in that? Like, do you excuse someone because they have a mental disorder and they commit a crime? But they also know right from wrong? Or is it that, you just excuse them because they have a mental disorder and it's like, whether they know right from wrong, the mental disorder took over. Like, you be the judge of that and let me know in the comments down below. So if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. You can dislike if you want. That's your prerogative. But also don't forget to answer my questions down below in the comments. If you haven't already, check out my soap making channel if you're interested in that, and you can also subscribe there as well. And if you have anything that you want me to talk about, if you know of any Halloween murders that have taken place, make sure that you email me at itssweetpea87 at gmail.com, and that's ITSSWEETP87 at gmail.com. I'll catch you guys in the next one, and until then, peace.